how do you distinguish between constructive feedback and harmful feedback from the public?
Constructive, first of all, in my opinion, though, I feel like you can tell constructive feedback, especially if you're doing something and you're like, very well, because I want to admit one thing, it's that none of us is perfect, right? And when someone tells you something, you actually need to go and see if whether it's true, whether they're telling you for your own good or they're just, kind of bantering you or trying to like shut you down. Welcome to Wawuli Day. This is where we uncover life stories. Join us, of course, as we explore the journeys of fascinating people to empower and uplift. Let's dive in.
Wow. I wish you could do that every time I'm recording. But anyway, we'll be back to the show. Today we have a true past in the studio. Please join me in welcoming the one and only Nkunzi Betha, also known as Lioness of the Mic. She's known for hosting NBS Plus with MC Olo. She's a TV host, radio host, voiceover artist, mental health advocate, and a Miss Uganda finalist 2020.
A what?
Well, welcome back to the show. Betha, how are you doing?
I'm okay, Nef. First, rewind and come back again because
we talked about that. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. Okay, first of all, I want to correct something. I think a lot of people think that I was actually a Miss Uganda finalist because of, the support I was giving to issues concerning Miss Uganda, And guys, no, but I'm a model though.
Have you thought about it?
Don't start. Because I've thought about it. I've talked about it with different people, right? So many people have told me about it, but no, I do not want to be a pageant queen. What? I want to be a model, a runway model.
Honestly,
yeah, there's a big difference.
I don't feel bad when I say it.
Yeah,
in your intro, because you look.
I look because of the height. It's just
you
the
look
height.
like yeah, you look like it's like everything a person will be like yearning to have.
Yeah,
you can talk. The looks. Even just saying that you're model, so it's just perfect for you.
Yeah,
just give it a thought.
No, I've thought about it, and I'm sure by 23 right now, I know what I want, darling.
Honestly, I'm happy to have you.
Oh my God. Can I say I missed you?
Really?
Yeah. Because how many times were we supposed to actually make this happen? But God said, no, this is the perfect date.
It's not easy to find people that cancel plans twice and make them happen.
Thank you. Yeah. That's crazy. Anyway, thank you for having me.
And I've been praying for you, but I've been praying you're fine. That's why every time I was like, are you fine? Are you okay?
Yeah. And my thing is you actually kept consistently checking on me. I was like, yeah, you actually care.
Finally. So this is what the talk show. This is where I sit down with different people, and I love the intro you just did. No? So I always have a few segments that run the show. I have the Wawuli Day mic check. We just get to ask questions. We ask them briefly, but we shall also get to talk about them
in detail. Yeah.
So it always has 4 questions. Then we get into the main conversation. Then the listen but not judge. We also have a letter to the younger you.
Yeah.
Then the advice. Then we can also call it a podcast or a session. So
definitely.
I'm happy to have you.
I'm excited.
Yeah, for the Wawuli Day mic check, I only have 4 questions for you. Yeah.
Only. Okay.
And they're not tough.
I'm not scared. So, come on, I'm a lioness.
Since you and MCL are both bringing massive energy to the NBS Plus breakfast show every morning, what's something behind the scenes that we don't see that keeps your chemistry top tier?
Oh my God. If there's something I know, I call Olo my boy. You know why? Because if there's something I know about my boys, their love language is bullying, right? So we might come on air and, look like, it's all neutral. It's all, sometimes it even looks like, oh my God, are these guys following a script or something? But that guy bullies me behind the scenes. Not in a bad way though. Not in a bad way though. Like, it's crazy, the banter. And he also has this thing. Olo is a really soft person at heart. When he's okay with himself. He's someone who pays attention to detail. he's such a gentleman, and he's calm. That's one thing I think people don't know about him. Like, I think on another level, he's someone I can talk to and be like, man, this time you actually screwed up. I didn't like the way you did this. And, even whether he'll fight it or not, at the end of the day, he's going to sit down and, with himself and think about it and be like, you know what? He'll come back to you and be like, man, I noticed this and this and this, And we talk things through and make the show work always.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You see, this is why we have to have these conversations.
Because
we just see you guys vibe into the music.
Exactly.
Commanding the
It's
show
not
and
just
everything.
vibes,
But
yo. It's not just vibes.
Just asking that question now makes me understand although a bit,
Yeah. And you see, he's such a busy person. I think that's one thing people don't know about him. He's such a busy person, and it takes I don't even know what exactly it takes of him, but he cancels a lot of stuff just to make the show happen.
I mean, if you talk about being busy, he's very busy. Because I think when I just started my podcast, he's someone I've always wanted to have him on the pod, but it's like, man, I really want to come, but time for it.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Him with time.
Wow, you answered that perfectly.
Yeah.
Second question: if you're going to a desert island and you can only take 2 Uganda musicians for entertainment, who are you taking? Tricky.
I know, right? For entertainment, Nava Gray. That's the first one. Second, I think I'll need some vibes. So, let me see. But man, vibes. Okay, vibes. When I think of vibes, I'm thinking maybe Shiba.
Shiba.
Yeah.
The energy.
Yeah.
Wow. One Nava Gray song and one Shiba song.
And Terede. Nava Gray.
There's one song, I don't know if she's the one that sang it. Oba Sadia Gadamanye.
Oh. I love that song so much.
I don't know how to sing, but every time I listen to that song, it's like, I want to sit down with her.
No.
What was she going through at that point?
I know. Honestly, I've sat with Nava Gray to speak to her just for a very short time. There's a time she came for an interview at Next Media, and I happened to be the one doing her digital content with her. I was the one interviewing her.
How did you feel?
Do you know I cried that first?
Really?
For real. I will never forget that day. I remember it was last year. It was towards Valentine's Day, and she had a Valentine's Day concert, right? So she came, of course, before it for the interviews. And everybody knows I love Nava Gray. I freaked out. Okay, not exactly freaking out, but I was excited, tears of joy. I was seeing her in Sanyuka, and I'm like, oh my God,
it's happening.
And then they told me, oh, you're the one interviewing. I'm like, oh my God. And I made sure I made it known to her that, man, I am your number one biggest fan.
Wow. Shiba song?
Shiba. I like a lot of songs from Shiba Banag. But I think I'm going to go with let me go with a classic. John Rambo.
You're my only.
Hey, my John Rambo.
Wow.
My only.
Okay, for the third question. Live TV or pre-recorded shows?
Live TV. I swear. I don't know. I think because I got used to live TV. You see, I was... Now, let me tell you a story. This one, it just happened this week. I was recording a show, right? It's a recorded show. It features on NBS Plus. And I was like, man, I like it. I realized, that made me realize that I like knowing that, yes, I like live TV, live radio. I like knowing that I'm giving you things there and then. I'm not going to do another take. So I actually need to plan for my words and know that, what I'm going to say could either impact someone or break someone, Yeah. When it's recorded, I know, oh man,
we can delete it.
We can delete it and do, it makes me kind of lazy. And yet I'm such an active person. Yeah, I love being active.
That's nice. Me doing a podcast and it's recorded. I don't know, because I also feel I'm confident enough to be live. Because I also just love sharing at that moment what's happening.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just getting comfortable with me recording and editing later.
Oh, yeah, I definitely understand. I think it's because for me, I wouldn't mind. Okay, if you asked the previous me who used to be a content creator, I would say recorded. I would say recorded. But then Okay, that was before I learned content creation. But ever since I learned content creation, I'm like, man, when you're with someone and you're recording them and they are doing 6 takes, do you know how breaking
It's
to edit? But at least now, like I've told you, for me, I feel like a live show. I like my words calculated. I know very well, okay, we are coming on air in the next 3 minutes. What am I going to say? How am I going to start it? What's going to be the peak of what I'm going to say? Yeah, period.
So for the fourth question,
Yeah.
if you could switch co-host with anyone for a day, who would it be and why do you think you would work perfectly with them?
Switch co-host. Like swap out my co-host and then bring in another person.
Yeah.
It's very simple. But by the way, that's a very simple question because they live among us. Yeah, definitely. I would go with Prince Mayanja and Ironji Dora. Why? I've worked with these people before, right? And our energy just seamlessly connects. It just seamlessly blends. I mean, it's hard to find somebody out of like, okay, let me say this. I've sat with certain people on different shows, different interviews or something like that. And you find when something is rusty, it doesn't really like, like a kajigiri, it doesn't, it doesn't, do it smoothly. But like with these two people, out of outside friendships and all that, like we actually connect on air.
Properly.
Yeah, very well.
Well, I've seen clips of you with Ironji, and I feel you guys, all of you love dancing.
I know. Auntie, now you see, besides that, like everyone is going to see me and be like, oh no, those girls, they're ever dancing, what? But when you listen to us on Next Radio together, or maybe on a show together, we actually complement each other.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So should they have a show with you and her, maybe?
They should have a show with me, her, Prince. Yeah, I think also the rest. Yeah, we can also have one. Actually, I think the 4 people I would have a show with. Me. Aneda. Let me first think about it properly.
I'll ask that at the end.
Yes, I will have aligned my answer properly.
Yeah. So those were the 4 questions.
Yeah.
It's like you already gave me those deep answers. Just like you said, you always look. I won't say it again.
Sure, get it.
Pay attention, okay, to details. Yeah. So as we dive into the main convo, I'm happy to have you here. And I thank God that he made it possible today because I've been nervous. When I tried calling you and your number was off, I was like, wow, it's happening again. But yeah, I'm happy. You're here.
Yeah.
So who was better Nkunzi before TV and radio hosting?
She was a basketballer in high school. She was a dancer, always been a dancer. That one, come on. Even my kids have to be dancers. What you mean? Even my mom was a dancer, baby. Like I feel like most of my talents I actually get from my mom because, yeah. But anyway, back to the question. Yes, I was a basketballer, a dancer. I've sung in church choir before, right? What else? I've done so many things, by the way. Yes. And we're getting there. Yeah. So all that was my mix of coming up to the point of being a content creator, right? Being a content creator came from a point that I knew for a fact. Okay, of course, my brother made me realize this, right? Dancer Adrian. And he made me realize that to be what I want to be, because he knew my vision. He understood my vision right from the start. Okay, let alone my elder sister who had been like in the industry for a very long time. You know me. So she had been in the entertainment industry for a minute, right? And she worked with like various people. So she knew for a fact what I wanted to do. And she put it upon herself. She's called Brie, by the way. She put it upon herself to actually make sure she contributes to me, reaching my goal or pursuing my dreams, right? Yeah, looking into all the talents that I had, I was like, man, I actually need to front, more. And I like exploring. I mean, when I found out I could play basketball, I played it. I found out I could play, I could swim, I swam, I got those medals. I didn't ever waste an opportunity in my life, right? singing, I made sure at least I put in an effort, even if I've not become a musician. I mean, but like I put in effort. I was like, let me join a church choir. I joined St. Luke's Church in Tinder choir for a while. That was before I actually joined Next Media, right? Yeah, so I ended up doing content creation because I had to learn like what exactly. I had to start from the foundation of building a brand. So to build a brand, I needed to know how to build it, what to do, like, the basics of it all, right? And that obviously began from learning content creation, right? So I began, with content creation. I learned building a brand image, growing pages, fostering engagement, all those things, et cetera, et cetera. At that point, of course, as you're growing, you get to outgrow some stuff. Though, okay, this is something constant, content creation. Even this now is content creation, right? But of course, growing, you just get to know like, okay, at this point, I now need to move to the next, right? Yeah, that is when I hopped onto, voicing and all. And the ironic thing is that people used to tell me, girl, you sound good. What? And I'm like, yeah, I know that, guys, but I'm not yet ready. Like, wait, please, I'm working on God's timing, just hold on, right? Then, yeah, at this point I reached and I'm like, yeah, I can actually do it now, I can without winging it, And then I started with radio. I started with Pulse Radio. Yeah, it's no longer in existence, but of course, it's still considered a brand of Next Media till now. Yeah, it was there, and we used to do so many like activations. I did Pulsation on Pulse Radio with Shant Stana. Then while I was doing Pulse Radio, I got into NBS Plus, right? Shortly before I got into NBS Plus, I used to now be doing links, like live links after 5. Maybe they would send me to field. I would do links for next branch. Maybe if we are supposed to host an event up country, for example, the Acacia Festival, all that, I started with links just like that, And then after that, I got onto NBS Plus. That's when I started doing the breakfast show with Olo. And by the way that thing happened was just so funny. Like I had the concept in my head, because it was just one random day. I'm chilling in Pulse Radio. Olo comes to me and he's like, man, Plus had just begun. We need a show, whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, since I do the morning, I can do a morning show, And then he's like, okay, what's the concept? Read me in. I read him in on the concept. And it was also kind of like this thing. We kept saying, oh, let's shoot, then we fail. Oh, let's shoot, then we fail, But this one random day, he just calls me. He's like, come, I've got everything. Come, we do a dry run. He actually called it a dry run. And I didn't know I didn't know on air, but I was actually not even winging it. That was just me being me. And that was the point where I realized Olo and I could actually connect on a show. So like if this was a dry run, because he lied to me, it was a dry run, but we were on air, the show was running, it was going on. And then after that, we were like, okay, fine, let's start seriously taking this upon ourselves. And we started bit by bit. Later on, that's when I started incorporating into Next Radio, being a sitting on the transit hall, on the transit show, plus other things, links. I did links for Nyege, what. Then that's when I started now in all that. Like it all happened at a go. For some reason, like I just felt I was ready, and once everything just started going. And that's the beauty with going with God's timing. When it finds you, you will know for sure. You will actually know. That's when I started getting into my voicing era. I mean, I'd voiced a couple of things before, but like in my VAC, but it wasn't something I felt like I was really good at. When you're doing something, you can do it, but you're like, I don't really feel it now. Right now, yeah, I can even just voice for free in the bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Betha, you corrected me somewhere. My research talking about Miss Uganda, you being a Miss Uganda finalist 2023. But I already made this question and I would love you to answer it anyway. So, before TV and radio,
yeah,
I'm going to ask like just the way I had to ask it.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, the good thing you're a model, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
No? So before TV and radio success,
Mm-hmm.
you were Miss Uganda finalist 2023.
Yeah.
Could you talk about that experience and how it shaped the future you're having or the journey you're having at the moment?
Well, by the way, every time someone brings up that Miss Uganda thing, I laugh because uh-huh. So Miss Uganda 2023, I had though I won't mention them because they're not comfortable with me, saying out their names. But yes, I did have a couple of friends that were contesting. And you know me, I'm such a supportive friend. I have a friend, I know you're doing this. Even if it's something, I'm going to support you. Come on. You know, that's what friends are for, right? So yes, I definitely had to be pushing them and all that. And even in their challenges, I would usually appear because they knew, I would dance, I would what, and all that stuff. Obviously, you have to tag Miss Uganda, what, all that stuff. So I think that's where people got the mix up. Like, guys.
And by there is a name I got to know. Just looks like your name. Is it Nkunzi, Lisa, something like that? I think that's why.
Nkunzi, and
yeah. Because after making my research again, I got to know that it wasn't you, but the names are just
just similar. Yes, I get that a couple of times, of course, because me, I have unique names. I don't really hear them everywhere, but I do get it a couple of times, and like I'm so open to it. I end up researching even about the person. Oh, how is this person? Like, yeah.
So Betha, you said Edwin Danze also got you into content creation. But did you always envision yourself in a presenting role?
Yes, always.
By the way, I would love to know because I've had this question for a long time. Content creation, but then TV, radio. But you're so good at dancing again.
Yes.
So I don't know. Do you always envision yourself presenting? Have you also ever thought about dancing professionally? So.
No, I remember I told you I'm such an explorer, right? I love doing everything and anything that feels right for me. Something that makes me happy. First of all, my default setting is smiling. Though most people say it's being nonchalant and angry. But my default setting is smiling. You get? When I'm normal, I'm smiling. Oh boy, it's like my bosses know this. When they find me seated alone and I'm not smiling, they always ask me, "Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay?" And I have to first smile for them to be like, "Okay, yeah, she's okay." So I've thought of these things, just like that's the same way I thought about presenting. I used to mimic presenters when I was young. I used to mimic news anchors on Citizen, on BBC. I used to mimic Alan Kasuja a lot. That is why when I met him in my adulthood, I had to tell him, "Man, you are actually my mentor." And he became, right? Dancing, yes. At a point, I did think I was going to be a professional dancer. I was friends with Mayani. I was friends with Bassett Femme. And yes, we definitely looked forward to, doing that. But then at a point I was like, really? I thought about it. Like, there's this thing when you sit down with yourself and you're like, what do I want? What do I really want? And what do I need? I was like, okay, if I'm to pursue dancing, am I ready for this, and this? Am I ready to appear on stage? Am I ready to appear in music videos? Then I was like, man, I'm not ready for that. You get like, but I'm like, yes, okay, I will dance. I'll make it content because it's actually a talent that I have, I'm not going to ignore it. And that's why when you go to my pages, you see me hosting, you see me dancing. Yeah, I'm very versatile like that.
Wow.
Same thing with singing. I ended up, like I told you earlier, singing for St. Luke's Church in Tinda Choir. Yeah.
Wow. Because, I've had Mayani, I've had Bassett on the podcast as well. And, there is a way people take such careers in life, like dancing.
Yeah.
Because even Bassett had to tell us, you can go somewhere and tell someone I'm a dancer. They're like, you dancer?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
And then they think then you end up thinking you every time have to make it so fancy. I'm a performing artist. Relax.
So Betha,
dancer. Yeah.
Being a radio host, TV host, and being in the media industry, how do you distinguish between constructive feedback and harmful feedback from the public?
From the public?
Yeah.
constructive, first of all, in my opinion, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you can tell constructive feedback, especially if you're doing something and you're like, very well. Because I want to admit one thing, it's that none of us is perfect, right? And when someone tells you something, you actually need to go and see if whether it's true, whether they're telling you for your own good, or they're just, kind of bantering you or trying to like shut you down, because you may, let me give you a live example. If you want to sing, right, and you know very well you're shy, right? Or maybe you don't realize that you're shy, right? You know you're shy, but you don't realize how far it goes.
Yeah.
Of like, you come, you sing for an audience, but your voice goes down and you don't realize it on the mic, right?
Yeah.
I will come and tell you, man, you're such a good singer. You have a very beautiful voice or amazing voice, but you need to like try to be more free with yourself. That's constructive feedback.
Yeah.
But then when someone comes to you and they're like, we wambwa, you get doing now work, man. Or you fake no. Va, they even come and sweep you off stage. You guys.
Throw bottles at you.
That's really just shutting someone down. Like, you'd rather tell someone the truth. If they're a bad singer, okay, fine. Be like, man, you're a bad singer, but do you think you can actually practice? Like, I think it's because this is my nature. I really believe in helping not each and everyone out, but like helping where need be. If you see that there is something that you can actually help someone out with, you can contribute maybe in whatever way. It costs nothing. That's just humility, simple, basic human humility. And it costs nothing. It actually gains you blessings. Yeah.
Just like, you can, just like we post clips of our podcast, then someone will come, like you didn't let the guest talk, but how do you bring it? How do you phrase it, Yeah. Because someone might say it nicely, then I also know, thank you for the feedback, I'll work on it. But there's a person that is going to come harsh, they're just going to throw out a comment.
I know, but that's the Uganda. Okay, it's not even only Uganda, because we've seen so many international videos, right? And TikTok videos, and then you see like over 2,000 comments on a lame person. Like, that's the world we live in. It's really crazy to find that basic humanity is actually not so common. It hurts sometimes.
Yeah. So part of the intro, I talked about you being a mental health advocate. And back in 2025, you used your platform to talk about mental health. And that was a 2025 live conference. And I was like, what experience or what moment pushed you to advocate for mental health and safe spaces for the young people in the media industry?
Okay. First off, like I told you, my own personality is I'm such an empathetic person. Like, I don't know how to call it. Should I say forward thinking? Of like, there are certain things that shouldn't be the way. Like, as a person, why are you? I don't know. Maybe let me give an example for clarity. Like, the example actually I gave you is an example of basic. Like, you're seeing someone. Okay, fine. Let me say something like, someone has anxiety, right? And then you are trying to act a movie by triggering them on purpose. What if they die? You get?
Makes sense.
It does. And then we have these kinds of situations whereby maybe I will have gone through something. And I always have this thing, right? Growing up, I didn't have the easiest lifestyle growing up, right? I'm not even gonna like talk about it much, but it wasn't easy, People look at me and they're like, oh my God, you have a glowing skin. Like, you're you, like you're the lioness, like you've been planned all your life. What? But you do not know what I've actually gone through, right? And my thing is, once I've gone through something, actually, whether I've gone through something or not, if I see someone about to fall, whether I know you or not, I'm going to come and tell you, hey, no, like, I feel like you're going, I won't order you, like tell you what to do with your life. No, but I'm going to just, just a tip, just a little tip, and be like, yo, my brother, man, you did this, but like, I feel like it should have, been like this. What do you think? And my thing is, I like constructive solutions. I like crafting solutions with people. I don't come and throw something at you and be like, oh man, you smell so bad. You get, okay, like, yes, you smell so bad, but like, I'm going to come and tell it to you like, man, it's actually crazy. Like, there's something going on with you. Are you okay? Like, what can we do about this? Because I'm sure nobody else has told you, but let me come up to you. People are saying this, I too have experienced it because I wanted to experience it for myself. What can we do? How can we make it better? Yeah, that's like the way to go. If everyone was doing that for everyone, much as I know people have this thing of, man, people don't care what, they have their own problems, what. But those are tiny things, basic humanity. Like, those are tiny things that actually make the world a better place for people to live in, It makes someone's day just for you to come and even a compliment, by the way. Me, I can't take compliments. I'm shit. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't take compliments. But okay, not that I can't take them. I'm learning, of recent, right? I'm over shy. I think when someone compliments me, I'm like,
they might even think you're mean, but it's just...
You get, and I'm like, but it's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, not all days I feel the way people think I feel. You get, I'm not always feeling pretty every day. I'm not always feeling, someone's like, hey man, you're so bomb. And then that day I'm not even feeling bomb. So I'll definitely look at you like, greedy, bruh. Yeah. So definitely when I'm advocating for mental health, it comes from a point of empathy, softness, and yeah, because that's really me. That's really who God blessed me to be.
That's nice. Because when I've hosted Stana.
Yes, Alvan.
Yeah, I hosted Stana, and Stana, there's a point in life where he lost himself. I think he was even taken to some place, rehabilitation center somewhere.
Yeah.
So I even hosted him. He also told me he also went through some bad times, but yeah, I'm happy when he got back himself. Then he even did music because that's the music it does. Yeah, and seeing you advocate for mental health, I had to ask, what experience have you ever been through such an experience or what?
No, it's just basic. It's how you've grown. I feel like it's how you've grown up. Most people do not even understand. It's like a 40-year-old. Okay, not only a 40-year-old, but like, it's like how our parents keep telling us, oh, you've gone through nothing, what. But times change. We go through different things.
Yeah.
I might be here thinking I'm the most stressed person in my age group. There's a 3-year-old who absolutely does not even, like, there's a blind 3-year-old, blind, deaf, dumb. You get? So each time you want to criticize the situation, think about the rest of the other people that are there in the world. Like, there are people who are just actually be grateful. If there's one thing I learned the hard way, it's to have gratitude to God. Like, not only to God, but also with people, right? It's nice when you're always thankful. God actually blesses you the more, when you're like, okay, man, I know this has happened, but God, I thank you that I've actually made it to this. I thank you for this. I thank you for this. That's when God won't even like hesitate. Okay, I'm not saying this because I've visited God before, but like, you know what I mean? I mean, God is going to be like, oh my God, my grateful child.
Yeah,
like,
bless you more.
Bless you, my baby.
Betha,
Yeah.
all of us have stuff we do. I also have, by the way, so I do this podcast, but I'm not always doing the podcast. I also have other stuff I do.
Mm-hmm.
So being a radio host, TV host, we always have the bad days, just like you said.
Yeah.
People look at you being on TV on air and they're like, oh my she's God, always,
yeah.
she's always her.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know you have those bad days. But how do you stay motivated and show up every day? Because I've seen a comment somewhere, a quote somewhere like, better you never miss work. And I'm like, wow. I don't know if they were lying, but
okay,
I'd love to know,
Yeah, that's true.
How do you be like so motivated to show up every day,
Now, let me tell you something. I'm not even motivated every day. Mm-hmm. I just have to show up. You get? Like,
but you can make up a lie and don't come.
Yes, you can do that. But think about what it's going to cost you. That's the first thing. For me, right? I don't know how everyone else does it, but me, I'm always going to think about what exactly it costs me. Yeah. Like, okay, is it even worth it? Yes. Maybe if I'm feeling burnt out and I'm like, man, okay, which technically can't happen. They can't refuse. But like they refused me from resting yesterday, right? And today I'm feeling like I can't make it. Then don't. Yeah, you're going to die on Jobo. When I'm burnt out, I rest, right?
Yeah.
If I feel like I'm okay to work, like I can work, church Ghana, you get it? I'm like, no, some of these things, it's just the devil using me to, form up these things, because I have so many things I can do if I'm not at work, right? But guess what? I choose to do it. Why? Because there is a goal I'm trying to achieve. Yeah, that's like the only motivation I need. That's one of the only things that actually keeps me gumite. Like
You're not gamite?
Gumite.
The time when I had this guy, Atin was like, when you wake up and you have to do something and you love it, there's no excuse. You wake up
exactly. You're like, man, it's like, now, like, for example, on a Tuesday, and I don't want to, I'm like, hey, man, okay. I make sure I look for the one thing that's going to motivate. I'm like, okay, on my to-do list, I have to do this. What am I looking forward to? That's what pushes me. Now, like on Tuesday, my show on NBS Plus, we've got a DJ, Jala Vibes. So it's TikTok Tuesday, and I know I love music. I love dancing. I'm like, okay, even if I don't feel like, let me go and I listen to the music. I know it will put me in the mood, Yeah. Those little things like that, even if it's like a sweetie, can motivate you.
When I hosted Alpha Times, you talked about how even before you have to prove yourself to the world, you have to prove yourself at Next Media. So you and joining Next Media.
Yeah.
Could you talk about that experience and how has it been? How is life at Next Media?
Okay, for me, I think it's because I have this thing of any space I step into, please, you must know the Lioness is there. You get, okay, I'm lucky. That's the thing. But it's just because I was like, okay, fine, I've joined a media house. When you go to Rome, do like the Romans do, Yeah. So I just had to fit in. And it was, my first day, it was so funny. I don't know how, I really don't know. If I tell you, I don't know how this happens. Of like, when I just step in, something about me, it's either my height or my smile or the way I talk or the way I conduct myself or something. Something always stands out for people to notice. I do not know why, right? It just happens. That's what I'm saying. Any space I just step into, people must know the Lioness has come, right? Yeah, and so far my experience is good. My very first experience, I think I actually connected with people because they gave me the basics of the players. I mean, you have to socialize, what, you have to actually, me, my first KPI was knowing everyone in my department. Remember, I started from the marketing department, knowing everyone in my department. So I said, okay, me who doesn't even like talking to people that much. Hi, Bo. When I did die, waiting be this. But I was like, you know what? This is for my own good. And what does it take away from me? Nothing. Plus, I'm a jolly person, right? So I go, oh, hi, I'm this, and you? Hi, I'm this, and you? And I have this cartoon character of mine that's just, I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I'm like a weirdo. But yes, that's what actually gets me to be able to talk to people. Plus, I also read energy. If I see someone is not in a mood, man, I won't force myself on you so that you screen me. So yeah, definitely, most definitely. It's kawa. It's just because me, I'm very jolly and I know how to like cheer up a room.
Fit in already.
Yeah.
That's nice. You can't sit here and talk about everything, but wow, I've enjoyed this conversation. For my next segment, to be the advice, I don't know.
Yeah.
For advice, if you could advise anyone, stepping into the media entertainment industry, they look up to Betha, they want to be like you, any advice for them?
First of all, I want to know who wants to be like me. It's not okay.
We are now too.
Even the legs. Anyway, if you're looking up, okay, I won't use myself as a pivot because most people look up to anyone and everyone. Okay, in the music entertainment industry, right? First things first. It's about you. That's the first thing. If there's one thing I learned, it's building a brand image, right? What kind of image do you want to build, right? How do you want, actually think about yourself in the long run, even if this is not going to be your permanent career. You need to think about, okay, in the next 5 years, when I do this, for example, now content, a video, you've shot a video, right? You're like, okay, I've made this video. In the next 5 years, when I look at myself, will I be proud of myself, or I'll be like, yeah, but right? So just make sure what you're doing, do it with intention. Don't just do it because of trends. That's one thing that throws a lot of people. I might not be where exactly I want to be right now, but I'm proud of the progress I'm making. That's for sure, right? Because I know when I look back at myself in the next coming 5 years, I'm going to be mad proud of myself. When I look back at myself, who started Pulse Radio, who started as a content creator, I am so proud of the far that I've come so far. Yeah, so definitely it has to be intentional. What you do about yourself, it has to be intentional. Even if you're doing a trend, make sure you're comfortable with seeing yourself in the next 6 years. You're there, do whatever you're doing with that trend, whatever trend it is. Just hey, I won't mention trends because people will come for me, but I won't mention them. But you know what you're doing.
That's nice. I won't add to the advice, but because you did all that.
Yeah.
For the next one, if you could write a letter to the younger Betha, what would it look like?
What would it look like? Okay. I would tell my younger self, it's going to be okay. Back then, I worried so much. I cried so much. I hated myself so much. I don't know. I mean, there's some days I hate myself, but of course that's just like normal girl mood swings. But like back then, I would just be like, stop asking yourself all these questions. Stop worrying. It's going to be okay. I had this anxiety that was and it would screw my mental health so much back then. But I thank God. I really thank God. And I'm proud of the person I'm growing into and the person I grew from, because there's a very big difference. Very, very big difference.
Yeah. My favorite segment. Guess it.
We listen. We don't judge. Oh my God.
Wow.
Either truth or dare, or we listen, we don't judge. We listen, we don't judge. Oh, and I am paid sips water. Okay.
You go first. Yeah. Yes.
You're the host now. Okay. We listen. Pause. How did they play that game again? That's why you have to go first.
No, it's like
me. I've never played that game.
You just talk about a moment in life, but you've never shared it anywhere. It could be embarrassing. It could be anything, but you've never shared it. And I'm not judging, and the people are also not judging.
We listen, we don't judge. So, I used to have whoa, Jesus. I swear I don't know where to start from. There are so many.
You want to give me many?
No, just you start. I swear.
Okay, mine is.
I swear.
Mine is like every time I see beautiful people, okay, girls, I love complimenting, but they take it.
Okay. I can relate to that.
I'm done.
We listen, we don't judge. I prefer having male friends to female friends. Are you judging? Are you judging?
I'm laughing.
You are judging.
No, I'm laughing.
No. Again, you've judged me. I've just been judged. I've been trapped, guys. It's a trap.
How do you see that I'm judging? I was just
which one is this?
I was coughing, I'm sick,
Me too, dear.
So that okay. Another one. Okay. This is so bad. This is how
I don't think.
how can you do this to me? I thought I had already said something already.
You say, I tell me I won't say one that's going to shock you. I've not said it the entire
Uh-huh.
show.
Okay, mine. Most people don't know that I be scared when I'm doing this, but but then I pretend and try to be confident, but I'm not so confident. But yeah.
Bambi, I can relate. Even me, the first days, man. Yeah, also me, like sometimes when I know, let me not tell you my things. Okay, so mine is
I'm not judging.
nah, you're overlooking at me. You want to enter my soul. What's wrong? Okay.
Let me look at the
Listen,
camera.
we don't judge. I was a head girl in my A level. Gotcha. I was going to say it, but I said no. Let's have the best for the last.
You're so bad.
Yeah.
You're so bad. But anyway, you have the leadership skills in you.
Yeah.
You see them. And wow. What school was it?
It was Lioness, Namukongo campus.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, guys, I just had Betha Nkunzi. She's a voiceover artist, radio host, mental health advocate. You can, by the way, you tell them that. Where can they?
Yeah, man. Yeah. You can just catch me. Actually, my name, guys, please, I beg. Betha Nkunzi, like BERTHANKUNCIZ or Z, however you pronounce it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Lioness on the mic. But Nkunzi, Betha, like, I'm the only one, guys. You can know when it's me. I swear, when you see my profile on that, so you will know it's me.
Yeah, she made me do 2 listen but not judge moments today. Wow, it's been totally a good time having her here.
Yeah.
It's been wild day. My name is Awali Ahmed, a.k.a. Izimani Sniper. Bye-bye.